Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with Yvette. On this channel, you will see me learn how to budget, invest, and save my money as a new instructional designer, formerly an elementary school teacher. Today, I want to talk about something that's on a lot of our minds as we step into a brand new year, which is change. Whether it's changing a habit, achieving something new, or letting go of something that no longer serves us. This is the moment when many of us feel that spark to start fresh. And to help with that, I want to share a habit tracker that I created. Something simple, practical, and customizable that can support you on your journey of growth this year. Before I show you what I made, I want to give credit where it's due. I took inspiration from two YouTube channels that really helped me bring this habit tracker to life. First, a big thank you to Jeremy's Tutorials. His video titled Habit Tracker in 5 Minutes walked me through the basics and helped me understand how to build this habit tracker. I really appreciate him sharing his knowledge and making it so easy to follow. The second shout out goes to Priori Digital Studio, the creator behind the video How to Create Your Own Habit Tracker, a step-by-step tutorial for beginners, offered some great ideas that I ended up incorporating into my own design. Both channels were incredibly helpful, so definitely check them out if you want to build your own version of a habit tracker. Now, before we dive into the habit tracker itself, I want to set the tone with a powerful quote about change, because understanding why we change is just as important as tracking how we change. So this quote comes from leadership expert John Maxwell, and it really captures the heart of what motivates transformation. John Maxwell says, "There are 3 catalysts that cause change in someone's life. People change until they hurt enough that they have to, learn enough that they want to, grow enough that they are able to." Again, this was written by John Maxwell, and I obtained this information from preachingtoday.com and Copilot. And there can be some subtle changes in wording, but I like the one that says, "People change until they hurt enough that they have to, learn enough that they want to, grow enough that they are able to." And in the process of hearing that, it strikes a deep chord with me, because I do think that when it comes to change, we all want to do it, but we all have to fall in one of those categories. So I want to give examples of what Copilot says are reasons why people will change. And if it's hurt, number 1, hurt enough that they have to. It can be examples like a teacher finally leaves the classroom after burnout, becomes unbearable. And that's kind of what's happening to a lot of teachers. And I kind of farewelled and said goodbye to teaching because of that. It just hurt too much to be feeling like I was not meeting the students' needs. Then someone ends a toxic relationship that hurts enough for them to have to do it. A person can change their health habits after a scary doctor appointment, being told you're going to get diabetes or something to that degree. This is rock bottom and it wakes you up category. So number 1 of that quote, hurts enough that you have to, or they have to. The second one is learn enough that they want to. This change is driven by inspiration, knowledge, or new awareness. Some examples that Copilot says are, someone learns about investing and suddenly wants to build wealth. That kind of happened to me. I was hearing and seeing a lot of information, and I wanted to do more with my money, and I knew I had to get that information and learn about it, and that I'm doing it now. A person discovers a new career path, instructional design. I did that. I discovered it and I pursued it and felt excited to do it. Someone reads a book or hears a podcast that shifts their mindset. You can learn enough that you want to change if a person sees a friend succeed and realizes that's what's possible for them too. This is the I didn't know I could do that category for number 2. Learn enough that they want to. The last category that some may fall into is grow enough they are able to. This is change driven by personal development, confidence, and new skills. Some examples would be a new idle courses graduate finally feels skilled enough to apply for jobs. IDLE is the online instructional design courses, classes that I took to get certification into instructional design, and I did feel skilled enough to apply for jobs, and I believed that I could get into corporate, and I did. So I grew enough that I was able to set my eyes into the corporate field. The next one is an example of someone who has been healing emotionally is now strong enough to set boundaries. Or a person who grows enough is a person who has been practicing budgeting and is now able to save consistently. Or it can be someone who has been working on self worth and is finally ready to leave a draining job. So, in conclusion, those were the three categories or catalysts that cause someone, either yourself or someone you know, to change. And it was hurt enough that they have to, learn enough they want to, and grow enough they are able to. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to show you the habit tracker that I created that may help you on achieving and changing something this year of 2026. If you would like to purchase it, it is on my Etsy store, but I understand if you rather just create it on your own like I did and take those tutorials from those two YouTubers. So let's begin. All right, so this is the habit tracker that I created. I wanted to start with this table. It is called What Each Color Means. Read before using the habit tracker. It's just that sometimes, depending on the color of the cell, you might need to do certain things within. And like the light blue cells are for typing, they don't have formulas, so you can enter your own information. Very important is that the yellow, light yellow cells fill in automatically. So, like if it has a monthly completed count, this column, monthly completed left to complete, that's all yellow. So the light yellow means you don't have to do anything because it'll like automatically populate the information. And changing anything in here, like if I were to delete any of these numbers that auto populated, it could break the tracker, and then you would just see like different values and like words come up. So anything yellow, this we don't move or change. And then the white cells, it's going to say that you are able to make selections, and these cells contain either drop down menu or check box that you can click on. So starting here, you see that there's a calendar setting. If it's light blue, we get to type in it, and I could change this to 2025, or let's do 2026. So let's do 2027. So here that changes, and next year you could reuse it, but we're gonna stick to 2026. And here I have the month. It's white, so it has a drop down, and I'm gonna pick November. And here this changed. It used to have 31 days because in January it has 31 days, and now it's back to January, it has 31 days. So all this is for us to be able to make changes to the tracker. And here you have on the left the daily habits. And when it's blue, again, you can type in. So I typed in my daily habits that I want to track is walk for 1 hour 5 times a week. I typed that in, and then I went in and typed in the goal to meet in the month was 20, because if I do 5 times 4 times in a week, that would be 20. And let's say I didn't meet the goal on January the 1st, January the 2nd, I keep it empty and it doesn't highlight. And then I did start, and I started walking on the 13th, 14th, 15th of January. I went all the way to the 31st. It counts here and auto populates the number of days that I did the habit of walking. So I did 19 days. I did not complete one day out of the 20 because again, 20 was my goal, and that auto populates. This is a little horizontal bar chart for the monthly count, and then here it's the 95%. This whole column can light up if you reach 100. Like here, this goal, my second goal was fast for a full 24 hours in 2 times a week, and then my goal to meet for the month is 8, because in 2 times 4, because there's 4 weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Sometimes there's a week 5, but it only has 3 days, and so it's only going to be 8 days. Let's say I did 8 days and then there was 0 left. I ended up making this all green because it reached 100%, and then I can make the first goal, walking, reach 100% if I just add another check mark. So this is my habit tracker, the habit tracker that I created using those 2 YouTubers. At the very bottom, there's these 2 rows, and what you do with this row is it's yellow, so you don't do anything. You just see it auto-populate information and data. So here, let's type in that I'm going to go to sleep at 5. No, go to sleep at 10 p.m. And we're gonna set this goal for 20 days. Okay, do you see that I'm gonna just put, okay, I did it on the first day of January was a Thursday. I skipped the second day. I'm gonna do this day, and it's just auto-populating a vertical bar chart for the daily count. And here I'm gonna put more things that I did for day 1. I met these 3 goals, so those daily habits add up here. These are your daily completed habits going across auto-populating, and then over here, these are your monthly completed habits. I forgot to mention that at the bottom of the habit tracker, there are different months that are already pre-made, labeled from January all the way to December. So you don't have to duplicate and make a copy of each month. I have already done that for you if you purchase my habit tracker. Well, this is the habit tracker that I will be using. And if you would like to support me and purchase it, it is $1.99 on my Etsy store. But if not, I totally understand. The money and the economy, every dollar counts. So you can also make it by using those 2 tutorials. And I hope that you are able to meet goals and change and make the habits that you want stick through using a habit tracker. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, commenting down below, and please share with a friend if you think this will help someone learn something. Thanks for watching. Talk to you the next time.